Today marks 1 year since the Taliban took over Kabul. On August 15th, 2021, the Taliban moved through Afghanistan's capital following the country's government collapse. Now, hundreds of residents there rushed to the new Kabul bank to withdraw their life savings before fleeing. Thousands packed military planes airlifting people out of the country. Thousands more, though, were left behind, and Americans were evacuated by helicopter from the U.S. Embassy. And now, 1 year later, Republican members of the House Foreign Affairs Committee have released a report into the chaotic withdrawal. And Austin Congressman Michael McCaul is the top Republican on that committee and joins us now. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start with this. What are the key findings of that report?
You know, essentially, what we found is that particularly the White House, but the State Department, were not heeding the warnings of the intelligence community, who knew the conditions on the ground at that time, and the Pentagon, for that matter, and that an imminent collapse was going to happen sooner rather than later, and they didn't really have a plan to process hundreds of thousands of potential evacuees, and resulted in thousands of American citizens left behind, but also about 100,000 of our Afghan partners who our military had worked with and trained. We told them we would protect them, that no one would be left behind. And in fact, they were, to the mercy of the Taliban, where they have undergone beatings and death as well. And then I think most heartbreaking, Jennifer, are the girls and the women that were left behind that are now under Sharia law without any education. I think the outcome couldn't have been worse.
And you're talking about the thousands who have been left behind. So what's now being done to really help them?
Not much. I mean, we at the time, the Foreign Affairs Committee became like a mini State Department clearinghouse. And what we ended up doing, we were working with a lot of these outside veterans organizations that had a lot of good contacts within country, and were able to, and then we had them work with the government to help evacuate a lot of these Afghan partners that we told we would protect them. One other finding I thought was very important was that the Taliban had offered to allow the United States forces and NATO to essentially control Kabul while the evacuation was taking place. That was declined by the White House. Instead, you get the Taliban controlling the perimeter of HKIA, the airport, which led to the chaos. And in fact, as you know, at Abbey Gate, the suicide bomber that got through and killed 13 service members on that tragic day, and wounded, upwards of 50 people as well. All that probably could have been avoided had we gone with this plan of securing Kabul. 3,000 Afghan commandos went into Iran because they had nowhere else to go. And then at the end of the day, what long-term impact has this had? Well, you're seeing the poverty, the chaos, women. You're seeing China take over the rare earth minerals and possibly Bagram Air Base. 99% of our intelligence capability has been ISR, as talked about, is gone. And it also was a turning point in our American foreign policy, where you have people like Putin in Russia and President Xi and Communist China thinking it's not a question of if, but when. And we saw what Putin has done now in Ukraine, and we also see the threat that Xi is presenting to Taiwan right now. This didn't happen by accident. I think it had direct cause and effect.
Okay, Congressman Michael McCaul, as always, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us today.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it.